Hey, how y'all doing? I'm gonna wait for a couple of people to load in here. It's 7:30 sharp. So this video is gonna be about 20 minutes or so. I'm gonna wait for you guys to load in. So listen, welcome to the Hatbox Social. I am your host, Miss I. Marie, where what you see is what you get. I'm pulling no punches. I'm always keeping it 100. I'm passing no judgment. I am a truth teller in spite of your feelings, but I'm still motivating and loving on you all at the same time. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Hatbox Social. I appreciate everyone that has joined in. I appreciate all of you that have taken time to support me throughout this journey, who have shared my videos this week, and for those of you that have made sure that you text, called, offered services, everything. I really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to this first show. I know you can hear this music in the background, and while I'm waiting on y'all, I got my Instagram going and my Facebook, so I'm just letting you know right now, okay? I'll be talking to both cameras, making sure that I'm getting both audiences. On Instagram, I want you all to know that as my Instagram followers, the video may cut off. If it does, I want you to make sure that you head over to Facebook, to the Hatbox Social, so that you can get the fullness of the entire video, okay? That's for my Instagram followers. Thank you so much. Hey, y'all, what's going on? Hey, Chrissy, what's up, Kima? Good to see you guys. Thanks for joining in. I'm just waiting for a couple more people. While I'm doing that, there's some music playing in the background, and I want to test your music history a little bit. Tell me what you think this song is. If you know the title of this song, or even a little bit of the lyrics to this song and the artist, I want you to go ahead and type it into the comments down below. Let me know who you think this is. It goes with our topic today. That's a hint. Just gave you a little bit of a hint of who this song might be. Hey, y'all. Thanks for joining. So y'all clueless on what this song is? Nobody knows? Nobody knows yet between Instagram. What? We have a winner chicken dinner over here on the Facebook side. Yes, that is Hate Me Now. And we know today's topic is You Can Hate Me Now. And it is by Nas. If you know the rest of that, it says, you can hate me now, but I won't stop now. And that is exactly what we are going to be talking about today. I'm not going to take much of your time. It's going to be about 20 minutes. I got some good info for you, and then we're going to be on about our way. If you do not get to see this video live, this video will be available on the Hatbox Social on Facebook. You can also follow me on Instagram at the Hatbox_social. And if you would like to email me regarding events, questions, or anything like that, you can contact me at the hatboxllc@gmail.com. It's really good to have you guys with me. Hey, Wendy, good to see you. So listen, tonight's topic, you can hate me now, but I won't stop now. The reason why I chose that topic is because some of the things that we're going to be talking about tonight, when you're done getting this information, you could tell the people around you, even yourself on the inside where you may have doubted yourself, you can hate me now, but I won't stop now. I'm going to move forward and I'm going to do exactly what it is that I am called to do, whatever falls in line with my purpose. So listen, there is a quote that I want to give you. It's by Nelson Mandela, and it says, "For to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others." So we're going to be talking about being free in ourselves on tonight. I know for me, even this journey for the Hatbox Social, just to give you a little bit of history, I was really nervous about doing it. This is something that's been on me for a couple of years, and then in the last year, it just began to get stronger and stronger. But I'm gonna be real honest with you, there was some things that held me back from doing it, and those are some of the things that we're gonna talk about this evening. Before we get started, I want you to invite somebody into this live. Share this live right now. I believe you have a button where you can do that, and be sure to tell a friend. So I want to talk to you about existing and about living. Part of living is being free. So to exist means just to achieve the basic needs of life, just food and shelter, and that's it. How many of us are just making sure that we're in the rat race of life? We are making sure that we feed our kids, we're working on our jobs, we may be going to church, we may be fulfilling other obligations that we have, and we're just going and going and going, but there isn't really anything that we're living for. We're just existing. We're just doing the basic everyday things that we're supposed to do in order to survive. But I want to talk to you about living. Living is to have life as an organism, to be alive, to experience and enjoy the fullness, So with that being said, how many of you can say that you are truly happy and you're living a life that you are completely enjoying? And I'm not talking about you enjoying your children, enjoying your spouse, enjoying just other things. I'm talking about you enjoying exactly who you are. Hey, Denise, good to see you. So with that being said, I have decided, and hopefully you will join me on this journey if you have not already began to do so, I have decided to live for me. I have decided that no matter what, I'm gonna live for me. There's usually two things that keep us from living just for us. The number one thing is our own ideas of ourselves. Okay. The number two things is the opinions of others. So I have a question for you. If you don't mind, and if you do, because some of us are very private people, it's okay. I'm going to give you another option. But if you know that you have fallen into one of these categories at some point in your life, whether you were bound to your own ideas of yourself, not thinking that you were good enough or that you could do something, I want you to put a number one in the comments. If you know that sometimes you have been worried about the opinions of others, go ahead and put a number two in the comments. If you're one of those people that's like, why is everybody in my business? I do not know everybody on this live. That's okay. I want you to give me a thumbs up that you at least understand exactly what I'm saying, and that you understand that sometimes those are the two things that hold us back from doing what we're supposed to do. So with that being said, I'm going to talk to you about those. The number one thing when we talk about our own ideas of ourselves and holding ourselves back, I got some tips for you today. So if you're one of those people that you've fallen into that category, I have a tip. I always teach this class, and I've done this class a couple of times about self-esteem and being proud of yourself and not allowing anybody to detour you. And so when I do that, thank you for your honesty. Thank you so much. So when I've done those classes, I always ask my students to get a handheld mirror. So, you know, we have those little mirrors, and you can hold them up. So with this challenge that I'm going to give you, I do not want you to do this challenge in a full bathroom mirror or in a full length mirror, the one that you get dressed in. I don't want you to do that. I want you to get a handheld mirror. And the reason why is because when we have a full mirror, then we can be distracted by the things that are behind us. We can be distracted by something that's on the wall or something like that, and we're not really showing our full face. But when you have that one mirror, and it's that handheld mirror, then you can place it in front of you, and all you can see is just you. And I want to make sure that when you take this challenge that you're able to look at just yourself. So once you've done that, begin to speak affirmations to yourself on a regular basis. And I'm not talking about what your outer appearance is. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about on the inside of you. Make yourself feel good. Start to challenge yourself to recognize what you have on the inside. We have to understand that when we were created, we were already equipped with everything we need for this life. Some of us are acting like it's totally impossible, but it's not. We already have everything that we need inside. We sometimes hold ourselves back from what we're supposed to do. So make those affirmations. If you tell yourself that you are strong, if you think that you're a weak person, sometimes we have to recall and think about, you know what? I made it through that situation in my life. I am strong. If that's what you have to do, then speak those things. If you're the person that when everyone is around you, they feel better, if you're the hostess and people smile when they are in your presence, then you can know that you are the person that is always bringing joy to somebody else. That is a strength for you. Hey, you. So listen, with that being said, begin to speak those things to yourself. And then I want you to get a journal. Write those things down. When you can write it and you can see it and you can recall it and call it back to yourself, then you know, okay, it starts to get on the inside and you begin to feel confident in areas where you may have felt weak or that you couldn't do something. So is there anybody in here that you've ever had to just look at yourself and say, okay, listen, get it together. We can do this. I've had to do that. Even prior to this show where nerves try to come in, I had to tell myself, I can do this. Sometimes we got to talk to ourselves and we have to say, you know what? I will not be fearful, but I will. Exactly. You agree because of fear. Fear binds us sometimes. Do not allow fear to overtake what you are capable of doing and what has already been placed on the inside for you to be successful. So the other thing is, I want you to begin to write down what your likes are, what your desires are, and what your dreams are. Some of us, because remember the Hatbox Social, I always talk about the many hats that we wear. We have our personal lives, of course, that we have to take care of our families. We are employees. We are co-workers. We are children. We are daughters and sons, and we're sisters, and we have all these other things going on, but sometimes we lose sight of just the person, just the individual, just Aisha. Who am I without all of the hats on? Who have I become without all of the hats on? Who have you become? Who have you paid attention to the most? Are you paying more attention to the mother because you're trying to make sure that your children make it through every day? But guess what? If you are not solid in who you are as yourself, that won't even matter. You are no good to anybody else if you are not built up on the inside about who you are. The other tip is, I want you to love on yourself. Love on yourself. I don't care who don't like you. I don't care what anyone thinks of you, and you shouldn't either. And you have to stand up and tell yourself, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am awesome. I am great. And no one can tell me anything different. Love on yourself. Do things that are just for you. Whether it's a pamper me day, whether it is a sit back and I'm going to take a nap and I'm not going to worry about anything else. Hey, boo. Or anything like that. And you could tell yourself, you know what? And don't feel guilty about it. Because sometimes I feel guilty about laying down or taking a nap, feeling like something needs to be done. But do you not know that there are times that we have to lay it out and say, you know what? Now this time is going to be just my time. If that's you, I want you to start doing that a little more often so that you can make sure that you're rejuvenating all the time on a regular basis. Also, seek your purpose. If you don't know what your purpose is already, start seeking what your purpose is. If you know God, begin to ask God and say, what is my purpose on this earth? He will answer you and he will tell you. Now listen, I know that I may have some followers who do not know God, and that's okay. God is my foundation. I am a Christian, and he is who I rely on every single day. And my belief is that you will come to know him at some point also. But if you don't know him already, I'm telling you now, when you are passionate about something, when there's something that you are excited about, whatever is on the inside that wells up and causes you to just want to do more, then you can know, hey, that's my purpose. So you have to be mindful of that. I'm sorry, I'm trying to wave at my people over here on the Instagram page. I don't want them to leave me, Facebook. So listen, those are the things that you have to do for yourself. That's for category number 1. For those of you that have put down your dreams and you've put everything aside because you are not motivating yourself and because you don't have the confidence in yourself, please take those tips. And then I want you to get back to me and let me know how it went. Can we do that? Cool. So the number 2 category was what other people think about you. Woo! I'm going to tell you right now, for me, that has been one of the biggest things. Now, I usually do not struggle in the area of confidence. I'll be honest. I'm pretty confident for the most part. But I have struggled in the area of being worried of what other people would think. Even just to be transparent and just to be honest, even with doing this show, I was worried about people thinking I thought I was all that, or someone thinking that I was going to copy their idea. And this is for a couple years, remember, that I've wanted to do this, and I've had all these thoughts in my mind of why I shouldn't do it, but everything was surrounding what other people thought of me. So really quick, I'm gonna tell you this. Number one, if that's your concern, you need to do a squad check. Yes, squad check. Okay, somebody says, what is a squad? A squad is the people that surround you on a regular basis. Who is your circle? Who is in your circle, and how do they feed into your life? Do they feed negatively, or do they feed positively? Do they encourage you when you need it, or are they always giving you the side eye and wondering what you're doing? So you need to do a squad check. You need to know why these people are in your life and what are they bringing to the table when you're having these relationships. Relationships are a two-way street, whether it's friendship, whether it's family, or whether it is a relationship with a significant other. This should always be a two-way street. It's just that simple. So listen, the other part is knowing your own purpose so that you can know the motives of the people that are around you and the intentions of those that are around you. If you have someone who is always telling you what you should do, but if you already know what you're supposed to do, then you know, that might not be the person that I need to listen to. That may not be the person that I need to have in my circle. We always have to know who we are surrounding ourselves with and how they are feeding into us. Number 3, you are not obligated to live up to anyone's expectations at all. Let's be clear. Expectations get in the way of life's plan. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes when we set our expectations so high, then we fail, and then we look at ourselves in a negative light. You are going to make mistakes. And if you have people that are around you that don't allow you to make mistakes and be yourself, you need to do what? A squad check. So you need to make sure that you have people around you that understand that, number one, you are not perfect. No one on this earth is perfect. We are striving for that, but mistakes will be made. If you have people that when you make a mistake, they ready to cut you off and be done with you and don't give you an opportunity to get those things right, then you need to do a squad check and make sure, should they be in my circle or should they not? That might be somebody that you need to go on and cut ties with and move on to the next person. Number 4, no one on earth knows you like you do. You have people that tell you all the time, girl, I know you, bro, I know you, I know you, I know how you do things. I'm gonna be honest with you. I get tired of people thinking that they know me. I know me better than you ever will know me, okay? So if you know yourself, then you don't allow anybody to tell you anything different about what you know. And that goes back to you seeking your own purpose so that you know what you are destined to do, and no one can tell you anything different, and no one can pull you off from it. Number 5, allow yourself the freedom to speak your truth. Don't allow anybody to shut you down where you can't say what your truth is. There is a way to do it, and yes, we must be respectful and do all things in love, but don't allow anybody to shut your mouth where you can't speak and speak your truth about where you want to be in life, your truth about your hopes and your dreams and your likes, and your truth about what you don't like and what's not working for you, and your truth about what's on the inside that may need to be changed and looked at again. Do not allow anybody to take away you speaking your truth. The tongue is powerful, and we have to make sure that we use it. You can either speak into your destiny, or you can take it to where you have put death on your destiny. So be careful with that. Number 6, you are an individual. Individuality should always be celebrated. If the people around you cannot celebrate your individuality, get a new what? Squad. You need to do a squad check. If they cannot sit down and say, you know what, that's an individual, that's how they do things. They may not do it how I do it, but I love you just for who you are. You got to have people that love you in spite of what they think of what you should be doing. And the reason being is because God created you. So whatever is on the inside of you, it's already good because everything that He makes is good. So listen, number 7 says we need great relationships that are not governed by one-sided expectations. We have all these people that they want to be in your life and they want to give you all this stuff that they want you to do, but then when you need them, where they at? There's a song that says, where they at though? Where they at? When you need them, you can't find them. These one-sided expectations. It's okay for them to expect a bunch of stuff from you, but then you can't expect anything in return. You need to do a squad chat. Number 8, be your best without competing with anybody else. You don't got to compete. You do not have to compete. It's too much stuff out here for all of us to do. It's too many things out here. A good friend of mine, when I wanted to start doing this forum, I was worried about it being the same as everybody else. And she said to me, hey, it's just like the bread aisle. She said, when you go on the bread aisle, don't you see a bunch of bread? It's all bread. And I was like, it is. And by the way, thank you, my friend, for that. And I was like, it is. But if you think about it, there's so many different types of bread, but it's still bread. There's French bread. There's rye. There's the bread with the little nuts on it with the grains. There's the bread with the raisins in it, which is pretty good if you put some butter on it and then you toast it. That's thebomb.com. But there's so many different types of bread, and they're all in the same aisle, and they're all meant for the same thing, which is to feed or edify somebody. So don't get it twisted. It is okay that you understand that you don't have to compete with anybody else. You are your own person. You stand your ground in what you are supposed to do, and don't be shaken and don't be moved. Number 9, stay obligated to yourself, your belief system, your plans, and your dreams. Be obligated to it. Do not let go of it. Keep it and make sure that that's the first thing that you always think of it. And my last point, and I'm gonna let you go shortly, is number 10. Support others even when they don't support you. Woo! I had to take a breath on that, because it's hard when you feel like people are not doing their part for you. But I promise you, there is a blessing. There is a blessing for you, because you are doing the right thing, and you are keeping your heart pure, and you are keeping your motives pure, and you are keeping your mind and your intentions pure. Even when people do not want to support you, you still need to make sure that you give support in some type of way. Don't be negative. Don't do it, because when you become negative, it's going to overflow into the things of your life, and then you're going to wonder why things are not working out the way that you want them to work. Don't be tricked by other people's motives and by other people's intentions. Don't do it, because you do not want to let down on what God has for you. So listen, I'm not going to hold you. I really appreciate you guys joining me. I hope you got something from it. If you got something from this video, can you give me a thumbs up real quick? Or a heart, a love, a thumbs up, something, and let me know that you got something from it. And if you got something from it, I want you to share this video, like the Hatbox Social page, share that page with a friend, let them know what is going on, that we are here. I will be doing these shows every other week as far as live, but do not miss it. I still may have videos with different type of topics. Thanks for all the likes and the loves. I'm happy y'all got something. So I'll have different type of topics. I'll have people coming on the show that I'll be doing interviews with. There are some people in the community that are doing great things. Some people are starting businesses. Miss Dina, I saw your business that you are starting, and I am going to promote that. I am excited for you. So I want to make sure that I can be a vessel also to support others who are stepping out of their comfort zones, and you're doing something different. So be encouraged. I hope that at the end of this video that you are singing that song, You Can Hate Me Now, but I won't stop now. Don't stop. Keep going. I will see you on the next Hatbox Social.